Begin this morning with an end of an era at Penn State. After more than 60 years, Joe Paterno is out as coach of the Nittany Lions.
The man who put Happy Valley on the map was fired by the university late last night in the wake of the sex scandal rocking the school. News Watch 16 has team coverage from State College where students rioted in the streets. We're going to begin with our Peggy Lee, who's on campus. Peggy, what's going on right now?
Well, Mindy and Tom, I can tell you it is a lot more quiet this morning than it was just a few hours ago. But clearly, this was not the news that Penn State students were expecting to hear: the firing of their beloved coach, Joe Paterno. Now, after that shocking announcement last night, students rioted in the streets on campus, causing dozens of police officers to respond, even resorting to tear gas.
We want Joe! We want Joe! We want Joe!
Fury was unleashed on a not-so-happy Valley well into the early morning hours as hundreds of Penn State students protested their outrage on the streets of the university's main campus.
What they did to Joe Pa is wrong. It's absolutely wrong. He didn't do anything wrong.
The source of their anger was the abrupt firing of Nittany Lions head football coach Joe Paterno, known as Joe Pa to students and fans, who has been caught up in the child sex abuse scandal rocking Penn State. As the morning hours rolled on, the mob frenzy grew more furious, with students damaging property, lashing out at police, eventually turning their rage onto the media. Our own satellite truck came under fire as a live truck from another station was flipped over by students.
People just started knocking it back, rocking it back and forth, and then eventually it just kind of toppled.
As the crowds reached a fever pitch, police in riot gear did what they could to get it under control.
Someone shouted tear gas, someone shouted mace. And I don't know, everybody just kind of ran.
Penn State's Board of Trustees said President Graham Spanier agreed to resign, and Joe Paterno was no longer head coach, both effective immediately. The board was told at the news conference that their decision to fire Paterno was already causing student riots.
Are you aware that students are rioting downtown on FIFA right now?
Well, considering I'm here, probably not.
But the board said it had no choice but to let the two men go, with former assistant coach Jerry Sandusky accused of molesting 8 boys, and investigators saying some of the assaults took place in the school's football complex locker room. Athletic director Tim Curley and finance president Gary Schultz are charged with failing to report Sandusky, and investigators say Paterno knew about the abuse but did not call police. Now the board is dealing with rumors of a university cover-up, but students said it shouldn't be Paterno to take the fall.
You can't fire a man on a phone call. They called him and told him he's fired. A man that's given his life and soul to this school.
He's a living legend.
And university police were assisted by state police, all in riot gear. Now, we did see some students being taken away in handcuffs. However, at this hour, police say they have no arrest numbers right now. Peggy Lee, News Watch 16, reporting live from State College.
All right, Peggy, we will check in with you a little bit later.
Thanks, Peggy. Well, Joe